Welcome back, realvacantland.com. This is Luke Smith, and I've got another one for you. So I was looking at the comments, and Anthony says, anything near San Diego, California, buddy? I'm like, heck yeah, man. I hit the thumbs up on that. San Diego is my favorite. San Diego's fun. San Diego is good weather. The prices are insane, but everything else is fun. So this beach behind me is in La Jolla. This is a part of San Diego. I've been spearfishing here. I hang out at this beach with the kids sometimes and some of our family friends and stuff. It's a really nice beach to go spearfishing. There's a good reef right here. There's a lot of harbor seals that live in this area and sea lions come into the area too. There's so much life. This is part of the life of San Diego. One of the things you can experience and go have fun doing in San Diego with a fishing permit. You go spearfishing. You shoot fish right here. You can barbecue them on this beach. My friend brings a barbecue and just set up the barbecue and cook them right on the beach. Um, that's the kind of stuff that brings people back to San Diego. They love it, right? This kind of beach, this kind of weather, this just it's amazing. But the price of houses on this hill, this is La Jolla, along this whole thing is insano sauce. Like it's crazy. So what's happening in San Diego for vacant land in my front is a little bit further outside of town. So let's jump into it because Anthony's asking for San Diego. Um, so we're on the website. I got the map search pulled up on ruralvacantland.com, and I've visited lots of these properties in San Diego. Lots of the ones that are sold, lots of the ones that we're buying, that are for sale. I'm zooming in on San Diego, and so La Jolla, where we were just talking about, is down, right? Yeah. This is La Jolla Cove, and this beach we're talking about is right over here. This one that I just had the picture of. Yeah, it's right here, this beach. And just beautiful diving, this great fishing, this whole point. There's these huge kelp beds out here. If you guys have never been diving in kelp beds, it's like walking in a forest, but instead of walking at the bottom of the forest, you can fly in from the top. And there's different life at different levels of the forest. And people say, where's the forest in San Diego? It's like, it's right there. It's offshore. There's a bunch of forest. And it's got sea lions and fish and all kinds of life going on in there. Sea anemones, sea stars, lobster. You can grab them and eat them while you're swimming through. And that's a beautiful forest. That's a great reason I love San Diego. It's one of my activities, my favorite activities. So let's zoom out from there. Let's see what we have. Um, we've got this is I don't think this is located in the right spot. I'm gonna look at all the ones on here. Oh yeah, okay. So let's yeah, this could be moved down a little bit. I'll try to get that fixed. Okay, so that we're here. There's a nice park here in San Diego, and so I got this land. I got some partners, some awesome friends that I work with. That we put the money together. We bought this thing, and it's got a 10 acre here. Like this whole space is 10 acres, and this thing is like 8 acres. And there's access right here off the road. There's access here off the road. It's got utilities on both sides. There's a nice park here that's I forget the name of the park. It's in Poway, is the part of the sub part of San Diego. And these houses all along this front here, they're like $1.2 million houses. You could build a whole bunch more houses in here if you mess around with the zoning. The way the zoning is currently structured on it, the people that seem to be most interested in this seem to want to build schools. So COVID's been going off, and everybody wants to get out of the public school and go to the private school. So the private schools have been going like zing. They've been building, growing, expanding in every direction all over the place. They're busting at the seams. And if you're religious and you have religious backed private school, and you can make up your own religion if you hit the criteria, whatever, you can get cut through a lot of the zoning regulations by being religious, and you can use land like this really well. You go build a big school, church, charge a bunch of money for private school, and people could use this. You could use the park as your playground and go for it. So let's jump in with that kind of premonition on top of it. We've got these two parcels. I'm asking $3.2 million. Actually, just lowered the price of these to $2,975,000. So I'm just taking notes. I'll update that on the website. I'm doing most of these with realtors. So the realtors going, these are pictures that I took. And touring around the property, there's different, it's staked out. This is one of the angles to get into the property. There's views. There's the baseball fields. It's a lot of eucalyptus trees around there. But okay, so here you get a good idea. It's a nice big flat area. And the property line is kind of the top of this hill, and then it goes down into the park. So there's a whole bunch of park on one side, and there's a bunch of houses on the other side. So we're between the houses and the park. And a little bit of grading, you drive right in there, have a big monster school, charge a bunch for it. I think it'd be a great place to build a school. And so I've got a couple prospective buyers that might actually do that and run with it. They're not totally signed, sealed, and delivered, but that's probably what's happening to that one. So there's one San Diego one. Let's go back to the map search. Okay, let's zoom out. Let's see what else we have. So a little bit further out, we've got what is this one? I'm going to skip this one. Let's look at some other ones. We've got okay, so this one, I just spent like a whole day last week removing trash. There's a bunch of trash on this property. Not that I'm trying to brag about it. That's how you get deals, right? So I got this property. It's 2.5 acres. It's in Valley Center. There's a driveway that comes right in here, and there's a power line right here. There's a road over to this side. Let's blow this one up. There's a road over to this side. Let's get into the actual listing of this one. So I'm on the website and I'm clicking on these things. You can click on the green buttons on the map search and you can pull these up. So this one I'm asking $220,000, basically $221,000. It's 2.5 acres. We're in San Diego prices, right? So if you look around the area, these are cheap for neighboring kinds of properties. I took these pictures. We're going to get some better pictures, but these are pictures I took before a lot of the trash is removed. So there's a bunch of dead bushes and stuff. I was getting those hauled away and removed. But it's a nice, good chunk of land. Nice, quiet area. And it's got water hookup. I think it's a 1.5-inch water meter that goes to this one. I mean, that's like 30, 40 grand to get one of those put in this kind of area. And it's got the power line. You'd have to put a septic in. And you could get a manufactured home delivered to this property. You could use manufactured home financing to buy the property and the manufactured home, put them together. And I mean, you're talking 350 grand or something to have a place to live in San Diego County. If you put that all together, you could probably do 3.5% FHA financing. And that'd be less than $15,000. I think you could buy this property with a manufactured home, and that would be the down payment. And then you'd start make 30 years of payments from there, whatever that would be. I mean, it'd be less than any rent you could find around the area. So that would be a good solution for this property. There's a power line, there's some more bushes, and it took out like 2 big loads of trash, just a lot of trash it took off of this property. Here's the water hookup. I'm pretty sure it was 1.5. Maybe it might have been 2.5. I forget. 1.5 or 2.5. 1.5. There we go. I took a picture of it. 1.5-inch water meter on the property. So that's like agricultural size. This is a driveway coming in from the other side. The city has an easement right across here. So you can't use this driveway legally for building, but it's got the other driveway that goes out to the road. You can use that one. But this one's still built and used and everything. It's not legal driveway. So, but here's the other road that it comes off of, and the power lines and a little bit of fencing and stuff. You can see the property in here. It's a little bit of hill to it. And then I'm trying to get this brush moved off here. So lots of pictures. You can go to the map and look at that one. I'll be working on that one more over time. More San Diego. Let's go this direction. Let's work our way north. So this one here is, I've made a video or two about this one. Okay, let's open this one up. This one is like an infill lot in a neighborhood. I'm asking 175 grand basically. 175 grand for this one. We've got pictures, and it's a cul-de-sac. We're at the end of the cul-de-sac. It's got houses around it, houses on both sides. It's got a nice view. And if we got good pictures of the view, it seems like every time I go there. So here's kind of a picture of the view. You could take out some of these trees. But the neighbor's built in the side of this hill. I think our hill is less hill than the neighbor's hill. And then there's a couple rocks in here. This whole neighborhood is full of these rocks, and it's Rocky Mountains, right? So they got these big boulders sitting around the neighborhood. And let's see if I can give some examples. Like right here, like here's houses built on top of these boulders, and other ones have these boulders like fixed into the front yard and around, and they merge the houses into these boulders. They leave the boulders and they build around them or on top of them or tagging into them. And so it's a boulder strewn neighborhood. And okay, so I took some pictures. Let's see if I got it going on here. How is it not working? I thought I had Matterport tour here. I'll try to get that updated. So you can do like a 3D tour of the property. So buy now, but I've got a realtor. So if you're interested in this one, we'll go through the realtors and go do the paperwork through the title company and make it happen. Okay, more San Diego. Can't do a manufactured home on this one. They want like a housey house. They want a house built in the neighborhood. That previous one you could do a manufactured home on. This one is this is a big one. I like this one. 91 or 92 acres. Asking $1.5 million. I'm working on some more design of the pictures here, but basically what I want to do is I want to split this picture or pictures like this 4 ways, because you can split this property 4 ways. When I figured out you could split this thing up 4 ways, I split hundreds of properties, and I saw this one. I'm like, ooh, man, this one could be split. It's 91 acres, and the county general plan says you can do 20-acre lots. Zoning doesn't have a requirement, but the county general plan is saying 20-acre lots. So you can make 4 20-acre lots out of it. And I think the best strategy to that would be, we've already got 5 house sites picked out on this property. We've got engineering of where the foundations could go for the houses, with septic tests next to them where you could put septic for 5 different houses. So it's a 4-way split, but we got 5 places to choose from. So you could pick your favorite 4 and guide the lot lines around those 4. And then California is making it easier and easier to build like auxiliary dwelling units to those 4 houses. So you could have a 20-acre lot with an auxiliary dwelling unit on there, basically 2 houses on each lot. You could rent out one of the houses. You could live in the other. So I think what you would do to split this one is you buy the whole thing, $1.5 million, get some bank financing, get some construction financing to buy it. Hire a surveyor at the same time to go break this thing up into 4 ways, the way you want to have it 4 ways. 20 acres at least each way. One of them you can make a little bit bigger. Maybe make the one that you're keeping 30 acres or something, and the other one's 20 acres. I would try to wrap, there's a big water well in here. There's an 8-inch water well in this corner of the property. I would try to wrap that into whichever one I kept. There's water lines that run on the roads on both sides of this property. There's fire hydrants along the way. There's power lines along the way. There's telecommunications along there. There's a lot of infrastructure there to go build houses and add on, but there's no sewer. You have to do septic. So you pick out your favorite house spot, probably tagging in with that big well, probably big top of the hill here, the best views. And then you have the surveyor cut it up. It'll probably take 1.5 to 2 years to really get it done right. You'll have to do an environmental testing dude. The environmental testing dude will go back in here because there's a water spring that happens here. You can see all these trees. There's a stream that runs through the property. There's a spring that comes out of the hill, and I got some pictures of it. I don't think it's on the website, but it's like you could make a bathtub out of it. It's just this awesome spring. The water comes right out of the rock and like trickles down the hill, and it creates this little stream that comes down the hill, and it dries out before it goes too much further. But it creates a wetlands. So there's natural wetlands in this valley, and it's very constrained to the valley. There's rocks on either side, and it's just right there. It's not where the houses are. It's not where the engineering for the houses are. It's totally separate. But part of subdividing this property is you'd have to do some surveying of and studying of that wetlands area. And we've got historical studies of that. That's all mapped out, where it is and what it is exactly. So you just build on that and just modernize it. Pick out your favorite spot, split it 4 ways, start build your house on your favorite spot while it's being split 4 ways. And then sell off the other 3. I think you could sell them off for $500,000 a piece. This is just my opinion. Go look at the market, make up your own opinion and everything. But if you sold each one of those 3 pieces at $500,000 a piece, or maybe some more, some less, average $500,000 a piece, you'd walk out of here without any costs. You get the whole thing for free. So this is the cheapest one in San Diego that I have. If you do that process, yeah, you'd have to pay the county. I think it's like $34,000 fee to split it. And you'd have to pay the surveyor probably 10, 15. I mean, you're probably 50 grand in splitting costs. So maybe I'm not exactly free, but right about close to next to nothing cost to buy the whole thing, split it 4 ways, sell pieces, sell 3 pieces, keep 1 piece for yourself. I really like that one. I think that'll be a fun one for the right person. So that's another San Diego one. Let's zoom out. There's some more San Diego. So we've got, we get this one? Yeah, that's the one we remove trash on. And then we got, okay, this one is, this got a view of the ocean. I really like this property too. I mean, I love all these properties, right? But for different reasons. So this one I'm asking $294,000. Had a couple punters that were going to take it down, and nobody actually closed the deal yet, but it might be gone. This one I got 3D on it. So here's pictures. I took these pictures myself. Here's some views. So this is the ocean is over here. It's all cloudy when I was here taking pictures. But this in that way, if we got the pictures right. This one's got power all the way hooked up to the property with a fuse box and a plug. You could plug right in. It's ready to go. There's a bunch of avocados. Neighbors are growing avocados and citrus, and I don't know why this picture is on there. I got to take some of these pictures off. So this is, so here's the turn off. Here's the road and getting in there. And, I got all this blacktop hauled away. I got the road cleaned out and cleaned up so you can drive right up there. This has a 1.5 inch water meter on it. This kind of used to be the driveway. I should take this out and get some new ones. The driveway is all cleaned up and re-bulldozed, and it's clean and ready. Okay, so a bunch of pictures on that. But I should probably clean up some of those pictures. This is a property. There's a map of the location of this property. And the street is, how is this working? Okay, the street's down here, and this driveway comes up this way and goes up all the way up to here. This is where the house site would be. And from here, the ocean is this way. And so the ocean views, on a clear day, you could see the ocean. It's a long ways off ocean. It's 8 or 10 miles or something to the ocean. See this, okay. So that's where it is in relation to the ocean.
Dinner, it's not dinner yet.
I guess it's time to go to dinner. Buy it now. Okay, let me jump out of there. So those are some of the San Diego ones we have going on right now. Anthony was asking about San Diego. So that's the update on San Diego properties. I'm still working on them. I got to update pictures and graphics and stuff. And I've got different people marketing them locally. But those are the ones I've got going on in San Diego. So let me know where you're looking for properties. You're watching this video, Luke, tell me about this area and that area. I'll try to make more videos about different areas. I won't be able to get everybody, but I'll try to make some more videos like this if you guys like them, if you're interested. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. See you in the next one. Bye.